Okay, we're back. I want to start off by saying I realize that you guys can't see the paper that I'm dealing with here. That might make it hard for you. So if you want to pause and write some of the numbers down so you can check them out while I'm showing you what's happening, then that probably would give you a better idea. Otherwise, you can go to my Facebook page, David John Bills, and you can look at my work on Facebook. There's a whole lot of work there, and you can see a lot of this. You might have to look through a lot of the work to find some of this stuff that I've got here. I haven't brought it back up and updated it yet, but most of it really doesn't need to be updated. It just needs to be put closer to the top of the page where I'm working right now, because all of this needs to be brought back forth now. So with that being said, in the last video, and by the way, this video is dealing with Tesla's 3, 6, and 9, and this one will be dealing specifically with magic boxes, the 3x3 and the 9x9. The 3x3 gives us the 9x9 by squaring the phases. You have 3 phases coming vertically, and it has 3 phases coming horizontally, so that brings us a 9x9. And 3, 6, and 9, which Tesla said that he who understands the meaning of 3, 6, and 9 would have the keys to the universe. All of this ties together. So let me bring this together for you. And today we'll be dealing with phase 2, which is the 3-phase magic box matrix, and we'll be dealing with the 9x9 matrix as well. Okay, so in the center here we have phase 2, and the first one, as you'll see, well, you can't really see it, I understand, but here you have 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Now 3, 4, 5 goes across this way, up and down, and it goes across this way, so it squares, and it gives us a magic box, which is on a diagonal. 3, 4, 5 starts here, and since it's the first phase of phase 2, we're going to give it the designation of 0, 0 through 8. So 0 through 8 gives us a pattern of this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every box going from side to side, up and down, and cross-sectioned equals 12. There was no adding every digit in line from every perspective, diagonally, horizontally, and vertically, gives you a sum of 12. And that's why they call it a magic box, because it does this. And as you get deeper into higher level magic boxes, they do other things as well. And with this set of magic boxes, they actually square and turn into the 9x9, which has its own set of magic that goes with it, and there's all kinds of things that it does. And we're not going to get into everything that these magic boxes do. We're just getting into the 3, 6, 9 aspect. And so as we move into phase 2 of phase 2, we have the low shoe magic box, which has been around for thousands of years. And by the way, I created the other 2 magic boxes. They were created through this 3-phase numeric system that I showed you in the first video. So this low shoe magic box, which has been around for thousands of years, starts off with number 1. And this matrix system goes 1 through 9, and it goes from 1 here, 2, 3, and then the diagonal. The first diagonal is 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9. You'll find that the diagonals with all of these, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, they have cross sections that deal with polar aspects of this issue, and with other aspects such as consciousness, light, and matter. And so the other cross section is 1, 4, 7, which goes with 3, 4, 5, and the 1, 4, 7, which also equals 12, it is the consciousness aspect of this. Then we come over here to the 4, 5, 6, which I just went through, which is the low shoe magic box. The first diagonal of the low shoe magic box. Its cross section is 2, 5, and 8. And these equal 15, and 1 and 6 is 1 plus 5 equals 6, and the number 6 is equal to mass. You'll find that I can give you all kinds of reasons why number 6 should equal mass. Specifically, the carbon element, which has 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons, all equaling 666, is the base element within the solid section of any carbon base unit. So we're 70% water, give or take 3%, and the rest of it is carbon base. So that's a 666 right there. And so 6 is the number of mass, and I think I've given a good enough reason for that. The reason for 3 being the number of consciousness is that there's 3 phases of consciousness, which is infinite, universal, and collective. And so there's no other number that will cover these 3 phases of consciousness other than 3. Therefore, consciousness has to be designated the number 3, mass has to be designated the number 6, and light has to be designated the number 9. There's all reasons for that too. The visual spectrum has nine colors, and within the visual spectrum that blend into one another at certain aspects. And there's 9 phases of the electromagnetic spectrum as well. And there's 9 phases of the higher dimensional light, which is unconditional love, truth, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, belief, and so forth. It goes down the line, such as that. Those are aspects of light that are of a higher dimension than the 3-dimensional aspect of light, which is electromagnetic. These aspects of light are dealing with velocities. As you go in higher dimensional aspects of the light spectrum, then you're dealing with higher velocities of light. Infinite consciousness being the highest velocity of light that there is. It is the source. It is the creator of all things. And in my humble belief, its velocity is the velocity of light to the power of 9. Okay. With that being said, we'll continue with 9 with its diagonal, numeric diagonal being 5, 6, 7. Starting off with 2, since it's the 3rd phase. So its numeric system goes 2 through 10. And starts from 2 here, 3, 4, in the first cross diagonal being 5, 6, 7, which equals 18, by the way, and then 8, 9, and 10, with the cross section being 3, 6, and 9, and that says enough right there. You have 5, 6, 7 being 18, and the cross section being 18, 3, 6, and 9 also being 18. This being a magic box, the sum of every number from every direction, vertical, diagonal, horizontal, in every direction that you can think of, equals 18. So we have, with consciousness being 3, mass being 6, and light being 9. You can see that mass is in between consciousness and light. Therefore, it is the unification of consciousness and light. In what I can also say is mass is a lower velocity, or not lower velocity, a lower frequency of the same velocity of the electromagnetic spectrum. Before I'd like to say it's a different frequency, but it is not a different velocity, but it's not a different velocity, it's a different frequency. And I don't want to get into all that right now, but we're going to move on from here to the 9x9 section. So as I explained before, you have 3 phases on the vertical, and then you have 3 phases on the horizontal, which gives us a 3x3 squared. Now 3x3 squared gives us a 9x9, and I'm going to take you through this part of it real quick. The 9x9 is a pretty simple matrix to to solve. I solve a little bit differently than everyone else, but it does the same thing regardless of how you do it. The single digit pattern comes out the same. It's just reversed for other ways of doing it, and the 9x9 matrix is the only one that does this. So when you break a 9x9 matrix down, it gives a single digit pattern that I'll break down to you in a second. So the 9x9 matrix has 81 numbers in it. 9 times 9 is 81, so there's 81 numbers. And it's diagonal can be broken down to the center is 41, and there is an equation for all this. I think it's n squared times m, or m times m squared plus 1 divided by 2, whatever. I think that's it, something like that. But anyway, the center is 41, the end is 45, and when it breaks down to a single digit number, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So starting off with the 9 digits, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comes over here, then it comes up 6, 7, 8, 9, then 10 jumps over here, 11, 12, and then 13 jumps over here, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20 is right here, and then 21 jumps over here, 22, 23, 24, 25, then 26 jumps back up here, 27, but then 28 jumps over here, and then 29 jumps back over here, and then 30, 31, 32, 33, but then 34, 35, and then you have 36 up here, but then 37 comes over here, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and then it goes 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, and then it should be from here, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, and 73 jumps over here, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, and 81. Now I just wanted to go through that quick. I don't expect any of you to remember any of that. What's important is what the single digit sum of these numbers comes out to. There's a pattern, and that pattern will start from the center. This is all 5s. So if you come from here, this is all 5s right here. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Then right next to it is 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9. So it's all 5, all 1, all 6, all 2, all 7, all 3, all 8, all 4, all 9. And this comes back over here to a 1, all 6s, all 2s, all 7s, all 3s, all 8s, all 4s, all 9s, all 5s. Now that gives us a pattern of 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, and 5, which will become important in the polar aspect of this whole thing. There's also a binary aspect of this, which is a little bit harder to see in this, and that digital outcome is 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Now that's kind of hard to see here, but if we come around the circumference of this, 1, 2, 4, and there's nothing else here, 4, and we go 8, 7, 5. And you can do it from this way too, 1, 2, 4, and then you go 8, 7, 5. So that's the binary sequence, and this, the 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, is a sequential pattern that's polar in nature, and it's dealing with positive and negative now, because everything has a positive and negative aspect. We can't just go around looking at the nature of things from one aspect, from a positive or a negative. It has to be both, because we live in a bipolar universe. So there's people out there like Marco Rodin, who's invented a very great coil, which does a lot of different things, and he's going to be talking. He talks about a lot of different things that I talk about in the polar version of this video series, which is coming up. Not the next video, but maybe the video after that. He talks about 1/2 of the polar aspect, but he doesn't. He hasn't brought it in either the negative aspect or the positive aspect. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure he's dealing with only the positive aspect. So we'll say he's leaving out the negative, and that's leaving out a whole lot of different stuff. And I'm going to be showing that to you. Once again, I understand that you can't really see what I'm doing, and I'm sorry about that. Right now, I don't have the ability to give you like a slideshow of pictures that I've drawn and dub it and edit it into the videos, because all I have is free versions of stuff that don't allow you to do that kind of stuff too readily. So with that, and with due respect to the length of the video, I'm going to end this here, and we'll talk more about the aspects of the magic boxes in other videos. But for now, it's suffice to say that the three-phase numeric system, the three-phase magic box system, and the 9x9 magic box system, they all tie together into not just a numeric system, but a conscious or spiritual, physical, and mental aspect of the nature of reality. And with that, I'll say goodbye and have a great day. And I'll see you next time soon. Bye.